Today we are going to learn new topic. Lesson number 2, Aesop's Fables. Aesop is a name of an old man. Fables means stories. It means that stories written by Aesop. In this topic, we are going to learn two stories. The first story is A Stag in the Pool. One day, a beautiful stag came to a pool of clear water. Stag is like a deer, but it has big horns. As he bent down to drink, he saw his own reflection in the water. He was delighted with what he saw. Delighted means became happy. Instead of drinking water, he kept looking at his own reflection. How handsome I look, he said to himself. How beautiful are these curving antlers. Curving means curve shaped. Antler means horns. How they add to my beauty. How graceful they look. It means that because of these antlers, I look more beautiful. Then he moved nearer and saw his legs reflected in the pool. He was quite disgusted. Look at my legs. Oh, they are so ugly. All spindly with small feet. Spindly means tall and thin. How I wish that nature had given me legs worthy of my stately antlers. It means that nature has gifted me impressive antlers. But why these ugly legs? As he was brooding means thinking, in this way, the stag heard an arrow going swish across the pool. Swish means to move quickly through the air, making a soft rushing sound. At the same time, he picked up the scent of the hunters. It means that he heard an arrow coming towards the pool. He realized that nearby there are hunters. With a quick turn, he bounded away, means ran away. His legs carried him swiftly into the forest. Swiftly means very fast. The hunters were hot on his trail, but they were no match for his speed. It means that hunters followed the stag, but they couldn't reach at the stag due to their less speed. Soon the stag left the hunters far behind. Safe and out of the hunters' reach, the stag slowed down. Suddenly, without realizing it, he walked into a thicket. There were trees with strong branches growing close together, and alas, the same antlers of which he was so proud got caught in the thick growth. It means that his graceful antlers got stuck in the thick branches of trees. The stag tried to shake himself free, but the more he struggled, the more entangled his antlers got in the branches. Entangled means caught in something. Once again, the stag could hear the hunters drawing close and grew afraid. At last, with great difficulty, he managed to free his antlers and bounded away. Lastly, he said to himself, I realize now that my ugly feet saved my life. I was so proud of these handsome antlers, but they would have been the cause of my death. Moral of the story is very often we dislike the very things that are most useful to us. Now, the next story is The Dog in the Manger. Manger means shade. Once a dog was looking for a nice and comfortable place to sleep. He came to the manger of an ox and jumped onto the hay to rest. It was very hot afternoon. After some time, the ox returned from the field. He had worked hard in the hot sun and was now quite hungry. He stood in his stall and was planning to eat the hay that was put in the manger for him. However, when he reached for the hay, the dog saw him standing in the manger. The dog began to bark loudly at the ox. He would not allow the ox to eat his hay. Oxen are generally peace and loving and patient animals. Finally, the ox got upset and spoke firmly. Dog, if you wanted to share my dinner with me, I would not mind it, but you neither eat the hay nor allow me to enjoy it. It is of no use to you. Please let me have my favorite food. The dog was mean. He had prevented the ox from eating the hay, even though he himself had no use for it. Here are the meaning of new words.